Does this work? Oh. Happy Sabbath. I'm going to give a small testimony and then sing a song for you. My name is Grace, and I'm 10. Hi, JC. And I was sick for 6 months. I had lots of breathing problems with my lungs and infections, and I couldn't breathe most of the time. I had about many visits to the ER over here in Simi Valley. And I was very sick at the time, and I couldn't breathe. My face was always white, and people told me that I should rest because I just didn't look good. I was sick, and there was lots of misdiagnosis, and I was going to doctors, and I would go again and again only to find the same results, and they would just give me the same medicines, an inhaler, prednisone, and they would send me back to my home. But during that time, we thought it was the gas leak. When we got away from it for a few days at my grandma's house, it wasn't working, and we tried many different things. And so I remember this night very clearly. I was at my grandma's house, and my grandma was in her room watching TV, and my mom was eating dinner with my sister. And I wasn't hungry, so I went to my room and where we were sleeping, and I closed the door, and I locked it. And I was upset and frustrated because nobody could tell me what I had, and they didn't help me. So I was upset, very upset. I was angry and frustrated and sad at the same time, all mixed into one. And so I put my face on a pillow, and I didn't cry. And I was thinking, I didn't cry. I wasn't feeling emotions. I was just thinking. And then I screamed. And I'll admit it, and I'm ashamed of it now, but I screamed. And I screamed at God. And I asked him, why was he doing this to me? Why couldn't it be someone else? And I remember that I was screaming and screaming, and then my mom came, and she knocked on the door, and I wiped all my tears away, and I didn't want anybody to see me. So when I unlocked the door, it was perfectly fine. I looked like I was okay because I had spent a few minutes wiping my tears away and looking like I was okay. But I screamed that night, and I was upset, and I was mad at God. And I told him, couldn't you take me? I didn't want to, I wanted to die, but not necessarily die, I wanted him just to take me with him up into heaven. And God's answer was no. He said, not yet. So one day, we kept looking for doctors, and I went to a pulmonologist and an ENT doctor, ear, nose, and throat doctor, a specialist, and we went to all the way to Tijuana to find that doctor, and I was there, and for the first night in 3 months, I could sleep. because I hadn't slept in 3 months. So for that first night when I went with that doctor, I could sleep. And I was so happy. I was overjoyed. And I was just so thankful. God brought me all that way, and when I wanted to leave, He kept me. I'm not sure if you've ever read this book, but it was 90 Minutes in Heaven. And he got run over by a semi-truck. And he went to heaven, but then he came back. And he was in so much pain that he didn't even want to live anymore. But his friends and his family kept praying for him, and they told him, "We're not going to let you die." And he told them, "If you don't want me to, if I live, it's only because you want me to live." But they said, "We're not going to let you die." So, and I'm just thankful that he kept me here, because I was very wrong. I wanted to leave. I wanted to leave and never come back. I was suffering a lot, so the day finally came when I got better. And I had been on 12 medicines at one time, and they had put me on so many medicines, I don't even know how many. And so one day, the day after I screamed at God, I felt upset, but I felt like a week after, I felt like I had been very wrong, because I had no right to go and point a finger and tell God, "Why are you making me suffer?" if He had died for me. And I was going to suffer 6 months, but he was going to have those scars in His hands for the rest of the time that He was on there. So I feel bad, because why would I be pointing a finger to God like this? Am I right? Why would I point a finger at God when He had suffered so much? He had sweat blood for me. So I'd like to thank all the people that also prayed for me, because their prayers helped a lot, and now I'm here standing today, and I'm healthy again. So I'd like to thank everybody that prayed for me. And I'd like to sing a song for you now, and I'd like to say that it's okay to question God, but know that ultimately that His will is the best thing that you can ever find. So I'm going to sing a song, and it's called 10,000 Reasons. His holy Worship His holy name. Sing like never before. Oh, my soul, I'll worship You.